It was in perilous times like this that our forefathers soiled their hands with evil, not because they loved darkness, but because they feared death more than bondage. They partnered with demons to survive the moment, forgetting that the devil never collects payment in installments. He takes bloodlines, children unborn, generations yet to breathe. That was how the chain began. To.The was born into it. A young African man in his 20s, brilliant, disciplined, a master's degree holder, yet drowning in lack like a man cursed to fetch water with a basket. Poverty was not a phase in his family, it was a tradition. Sadness, hunger, delayed dreams, that was the inheritance passed down to him. His parents were gone, the only child, the last man standing in a collapsing lineage. He once swore he would never release his seed until he was wealthy, never bring another soul into this suffering. But life does not always wait for vows to mature. Love happened, a child followed. Now he lived the same mud house his forefathers cried in, while his mates drove Mercedes Benz. He trekked the streets with Legacy Benz, hope wearing thin shoes. That night, something inside him snapped. At midnight, when the world sleeps and spirits negotiate, To.The walked to an uncompleted 5-story building about 60 feet high, concrete bones, no rails, no lights. When he looked down, the ground moved. Dead bodies rose from the earth like rotten memories, ancestors with hollow eyes, mouth stretched into smiles that had never known joy. They looked up at him and began to chant, soft at first, then thunderous.
Jump, 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 jump.
Fear locked his chest. His legs moved on their own. Gradually, they moved. Then, a voice, not loud, not angry, but heavy enough to silence hell.
Remember the deaths of your parents. These are powers of darkness. Bow to them in death like your ancestors, or choose to fight.
Everything froze. Silence swallowed the night. To.The stepped back. That was when they screamed. The demons rushed the stairs, their feet pounding like drums of war. He didn't know what entered him, only that fear drained out, and something ancient yet holy took its place. He stood still, feet planted, breathing slow, like a man who finally understood that running had never saved his bloodline. The first demon reached him. One blow, it fell. And the one moment, To.The knew this battle was never about money, or land, or hunger. It was about who he would bow to.
This is Midnight Talk, where your stories come alive and your imaginations make the visuals.